This story leads our bulletin. The President Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa saying South Africa's stance on the war in Ukraine aims to help find resolutions to the conflict. He maintains that this is done through dialogue, mediation and negotiation. He was answering questions a little bit earlier in the National Assembly about the Russia-Ukraine conflict.
While there are people within our country and elsewhere that want South Africa to adopt a more adversarial position, our position seeks to contribute to the creation of conditions that make the achievement of a durable resolution of the conflict possible. Through this approach, we are able to make our voice heard, not only publicly, but also to the parties that are involved in the conflict. And by doing so, as we talk to them, as we exchange views and interact with them, we bring our influence to bear on the issue of dialogue, mediation, and negotiation, which has always stood us in good stead as a nation.
Ramaphosa also says the war could have been avoided if NATO had heeded the warning signs. He adds that the use of force or violation of international law cannot be tolerated.
Our approach is informed by an analysis also of the causes of the conflict. This includes a view shared by many, both leading scholars, politicians, and you name a number of other people, on international relations, that the war could have been avoided if NATO had heeded the warnings from amongst its own leaders and officials over the years that its eastward expansion would lead to greater, not less, instability in the region. This was also based on agreements that had been arrived at in the past amongst various parties. While it is important to understand and articulate the causes of the conflict and advocate for peace-building measures, we cannot, however, condone the use of force or violation of international law.
Ramaphosa also says the country is resisting calls to take a confrontational stance on Russia. The president says we're insisting on dialogue because war and violence never solve anything.
There are those who are insisting that we should take a very adversarial stance and position against, say, Russia. And the approach that we have chosen to take, which is appreciated by many, is that we are insisting that there should be dialogue. What is happening out there is undesirable. It is not what should be happening between nations. War, violence never really solves any problems. And it is for this reason that we say we would prefer and we insist that there should be mediation, there should be dialogue, and there should be negotiation.